Moving on to the third part, we're going to learn about customizing, indexing, and searching. Quick overview on how to customize search. We have customizations that are user interface related. In these cases, we're going to modify the front end by developing module fragments for the search portlets. And we're going to modify the results hits with hits processors. We can have indexing related customizations. In this case, we'll customize the index settings and type mappings from the control panel. And we'll modify indexing with indexer post-processors. We can also modify type mappings with the index settings contributors. The third type of customization is search related. So in this case, we'll be customizing searching with indexer post-processors. We're going to go over index settings and type mappings. So index settings allow you to define custom analyzers and customize stop word and synonym handling. And type mappings allow you to change index field settings and add new fields to the index. We can do this through the control panel or through API-based management, things like index settings contributor. For indexer post-processors, we can modify the index documents before they're sent to the search engine, and we can modify queries before they are executed. In this case, we can do things like add regular or filter queries, we can modify boosting, and we can add clauses. We can also modify result summaries when they're returned to the end users. Here's a quick example of an implementation for an indexer post-processor. Notice in the component tag, what we're doing is setting a property, indexer.class.name is equal to com Liferay blogs model blogs entry, and we're going to name that class blogs indexer post-processor and extend base indexer post-processor. Moving on, we have hits processors, where we can process the result search from the search engine before sending it to the front end. We can do query spell checking and an alternative search. We can suggest related queries, and we can index search queries that have returned high-quality search results. These are all orderable with a sort.order component property. Taking a look inside of our hits processor example, notice again in our @components tag, we're setting a property, which is sort order equal to 0, and we're naming this method collated spell check hits processor while implementing the hits processor. Here we're going to override the public Boolean process method. There's some default hits processors available to us. There's the collated spell check hits processor, which performs a spell check if the minimum score for the results is less than a given threshold. We have an alternate keyword query hits processor, which automatically issues a query using the suggested keywords from the collated spell check hits processor. We have the query indexing hits processor, which indexes the search query if the number of hits has exceeded a configured quantity. We have query suggestion hits processor, which suggests other potential queries where previous searches have yielded more results. We're back with the answers to the summary. The first one is going to be indexer post-processors are components that allow you to modify the way portal assets are being indexed. The hit processors allow you to perform actions on the hits returned. And the following hits processors are run by default: collated spell check hits processor, alternate keyword query hits processor, query indexing hits processor, and query suggestion hits processor.